The notification flashed at 2:13 a.m., a soft glow against the ceiling. Her phone, not mine. She thought I was asleep. I wasn't. She shifted beside me, slow and careful. The way people move when they believe silence makes them invisible. The mattress barely sighed. Her fingers tapped the screen once, twice. Then she smiled. Not the kind she gave me. A private smile, warm, intimate, almost grateful. I watched her reflection in the dark window across the room. Watched the way her shoulders relaxed. Watched the way she typed. Transfer received. I didn't see the message. I didn't need to. The next morning, she left her banking app open on the tablet in the kitchen. Careless or confident. There it was. An account I'd never seen before. Separate, shielded, growing. Large deposits, regular. When I asked about it, she didn't even blink. It's just charity money. Don't worry, she said it lightly, almost amused. Like I was a child asking why the sky is blue. I studied her face. Calm, steady, practiced. But her left hand tightened around her coffee mug just a fraction too hard. Porcelain almost cracked. She thought the lie was small. She didn't know I'd already started counting the fractures. I didn't argue. I didn't accuse. I picked up my phone and made one call. We had always shared everything. Accounts, passwords, plans, or so I believed. The secret account wasn't new. It had been open for over a year. Transfers labeled as donations. Structured, precise, almost elegant. Charity money. Strange how charity requires secrecy. Strange how the deposits came from a name I recognized. Daniel Mercer, her colleague. The man who once laughed too long at her jokes during a dinner party. The man who texted after midnight about project updates. I remembered the way she angled her phone away from me. Subtle, defensive. I remembered the sudden gym membership. The new perfume. The soft distance that grew between us like mold behind a wall. I never found proof. Just silence. And silence can be explained. But money? Money leaves fingerprints. When I scrolled through the transaction history, my pulse didn't spike. It slowed. Large sums, every 2 weeks. Not random, consistent, like payroll. Charity doesn't pay you back. She stood in the doorway that morning, watching me with that same serene expression. "Do you trust me?" she asked. A dangerous question. I looked at her. Really looked. Trust isn't something you ask for. It's something you don't have to mention. I do, I said. And I meant it. I trusted her to lie. The call I made wasn't dramatic. No raised voice. No threats. Just a quiet request to a forensic accountant I once helped during a corporate audit. A favor returned. I gave him the account number. The name. Daniel Mercer. I didn't tell him my suspicions. Professionals don't need your emotions. They need data. Externally, I stayed the same. I kissed her goodbye in the mornings. I asked about her day. I cooked dinner. Inside, I dissected everything. The late meetings. The business trips that multiplied. The softness in her tone when his name appeared in conversation. I checked phone records. Nothing explicit. She was careful. Too careful. Which told me everything. The accountant called back 3 days later. Interesting structure, he said. Layered transfers. Routed through a nonprofit shell. Then redirected. To her. From him. Not donations. Compensation. Payment disguised as virtue. I asked one question. For what? A pause. I can't confirm intent, he replied carefully. But this isn't charity. It's concealment. Concealment. The word settled into me like a blade sliding into its sheath. I dug deeper. A background check on Daniel. Married, of course. 2 kids. His wife ran the nonprofit that funneled the funds. A family operation. Clean on paper. Rotten underneath. I watched my wife more closely after that. How she checked her phone during dinner. How she smiled at nothing. How she no longer reached for me in her sleep. I didn't confront her. Truth is more powerful when it arrives complete. I waited. And built the cage. The final confirmation arrived in a sealed envelope. Bank tracing documentation. Internal routing slips. Signatures. Her signature. Authorization forms tying her to the nonprofit. And to him. I laid the papers on the dining table that night. Neatly aligned. When she came home, she sensed something. Predators recognize stillness. "What's this?" she asked. I didn't answer immediately. Just gestured to the chair across from me. She sat. Flipped the first page. Her color drained slowly. Not dramatically, just faded. By the third page, her hands were trembling. "It's not what you think," she whispered. I finally spoke. "Then tell me what it is." Silence. Her mind raced. I could see it, searching for a version of reality that would save her. "It started as consulting," she said. "Then it got complicated." Complicated. I leaned back. "How much were you paid?" Her lips parted, no sound, because she knew I already knew. It wasn't about money, she tried again. Of course it wasn't. It was about betrayal and the illusion that I wouldn't notice. She cried. Not loudly, soft, controlled tears. Apologies wrapped in excuses, loneliness, emotional neglect, feeling unseen. Classic narratives. I listened without interruption. Then I placed another document on the table. Divorce filings, predated, prepared a week earlier. Her eyes snapped up. "You planned this?" "Yes. The house was in my name before the marriage. The majority of assets, secured through a trust. I had learned long ago that love is beautiful, but contracts are eternal. You can't just," she began. "I can," I said gently. Then I showed her the final piece, an anonymous package I'd already arranged to be delivered, to Daniel's wife, complete with copies. Evidence travels fast when properly addressed. Her breathing fractured. "You're ruining everything." "No," I corrected. "You did." I stood. Calm, measured. "I won't shout," I told her. "I won't beg. And I won't forgive. The worst punishment isn't rage. It's absence. The house feels larger now, quieter. Air moves differently when deception leaves with the furniture." I don't replay her tears. I replay the smile she gave her phone at 2:13 a.m. That was the real confession. I trusted my instincts, not her words. Daniel's life unraveled within days. Corporate boards dislike scandal. Non-profits collapse under scrutiny. Consequences are efficient when guided properly. I didn't destroy her. I simply removed myself. And without me, the structure she built couldn't stand. People think revenge is fire. It isn't. It's architecture. Careful, intentional, permanent. She thought I wouldn't notice the secret account. She thought I wouldn't look deeper. She thought I wouldn't act. She was wrong. And now, she has her charity. I have my peace. And peace once earned through betrayal tastes colder than love ever did.